What's going to happen with the marijuana issue?
Yeah.
What's going to happen with that? I know you've studied it on all angles. I know Jerry Jones even talked about he doesn't care. He just wants his guys to be eligible.
Wow.
You know? Where's the middle ground on all that?
I think the middle ground is where what we're going to propose to the league. I think in a few weeks we're going to be giving them a proposal that starts off with everybody who goes into the drug program gets a psychological, clinical, therapeutic evaluation, because I want to make sure that anybody who is testing positive for marijuana or any drug doesn't have some sort of underlying issue that we can't address, so that we aren't just treating a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So if guys have, if guys have chronic pain issues or depression issues or bipolar issues or some other issue where
let's not just beat them up over pot if the deeper issue is this.
Well, because I know this, if you don't treat the underlying issue, they're going to reviolate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the system that we have now, and it's evolved, but the system we have now is a person gets a case manager, but no one is looking at that individual to make sure that they're getting the therapeutic treatment that they might need. They're only getting a case manager who says, stop doing X. If the player has an underlying issue that, drives them to do X over and over and over again, what's going to happen? They just reviolate.
Right.
So a lot of our guys go into the drug system. Very few of our guys are getting out. And I think that's because they aren't getting the therapy that they need. If they don't need the therapy, well, then you need to comply with the rules and move forward. So it's not really a legalization issue. As much as it is, let's figure it out. And then for the folks who potentially could benefit from some sort of medical use of marijuana, THC, or CBD, we're looking at that, but that's a separate issue, right? So if we believe that there is a therapeutic use for some of the compounds that are intrinsic in marijuana,
do you believe?
I do believe, I've read far too many studies, but I do believe that when it comes to CBD, for example, which is an ingredient in marijuana, are there a tremendous amount of studies that demonstrate that CBD does or could have some therapeutic uses? I believe that those scientific studies are substantial. And so could a player end up requesting a therapeutic use for something like CBD? Do I envision that?
But that wouldn't be like buying weed.
No.
Yeah, it would be totally different.
No, because here's the flip side. I haven't met any doctors who believe that the therapeutic use of smoking something that is burning and thereby delivering some sort of carcinogenic agent into your mind. I haven't met many doctors who say that part's good.
Right, we're going to recommend that.
Right. Yeah, so I mean, if, there could be an upside, but the downside is that you are introducing carcinogenic into your body.
Let me ask you another question. We had Charlie Castley on earlier. I don't know if you probably didn't hear it because it was at like 6 a.m. And he made a passing comment.
I listen to you guys at all times, every day, every nanosecond.
Charlie wants to rumble with you.
I'm good. Let's go.
He made a comment.
I'll take you. He's at advanced age now.
Let's go now.
He made a passing comment, though, that I was surprised at. And I jocked. Said, well, you got to give D. Smith credit. And he was like, yeah, but it's hurting football. He said they only have 13 padded practices. Now, I don't know how the hell you negotiated that. And I know what you're doing. You're trying to protect your players.
Trying to make careers last longer.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, look, I mean,
how the hell did you negotiate that? Only 13 padded practices?
Well, it's one padded practice a week, and you're limited to 13. So I don't care. I don't care when you spread those out.
The players have to be thrilled. Are they thrilled with that?
Look, I mean, pick up the phone. Here's the difference. When we have our former players together with our current players, you talk to guys like, guys who even had tremendous careers, like Tony Richardson or Bruce Smith or some of those guys, and they say, D, man, I can't imagine, one, how much better I would have felt or how much longer I would have played without two-a-days and sometimes 3 padded practices a week, including a Friday heading into a Sunday game. And with all due respect to Charlie Casserly and the GMs who are mad about that, it doesn't seem to slow the Patriots down. It didn't seem to slow down or make somehow less competitive the Super Bowl game. It doesn't seem to have hurt revenue. So, I mean, I get it. I get it that they have this nostalgia about being able to hit more. But the only thing I would say to the general managers is if you want to hit more, put on a pair of pads and you and the GMs go knock yourself out.
Right.
I mean, I'd pay money to watch that, right?